Hey guys, 2026. It's been a minute. There's no doubt. It's been a minute since I've done a live. If somebody could in the chat, just let me know if my audio is okay. I'm using some new microphones I got. I got the DJI wireless mics and giving those a try. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, it only took me a couple of tries to get a good shot like that. And that's an old one. It's almost as old as this entire, the Kiser Chronicles go back. I already did kind of an update on DeWitt, and that was just a video I did. And yeah, I wanted to do an update on Kiser. Almost as old as Josh. Yeah, well, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a live too. So my technical challenges will definitely show. I'm hoping my audio is good. If somebody can let me know. Otherwise, I can swap back to my desk mic. But I wanted to give these wireless a try. Should we do a should we do a roll call? Just because we got aviation guy, we got Shiz, Burns, Freedom, Kelly, keeping the swine in line, Fraudit Roundup, Burnsy, Chef Hartzell, Feet. Yes, good. I'm glad everything's working. Welcome to the Dick Necks. Yeah. So we need to go back to like 2023 August time frame. There was some people that were asking questions about Kiser's military service. And let's see if I could do this without screwing things up. Let's see here. I will bring this up here in just a second, but let's go to the Fraudit Wrangler YouTube channel. And it's amazing to me. He's still got over 9,000 subs. Yeah, it was 2023 when he started, and by August, his world was crumbling in around him. It's pretty crazy. Great Gams. Hello. Yeah, it's still up. But the one thing I have noticed on his channel, when you go to his live, you go all the way down to the very bottom. There's a lot of stuff that's gone. There's a ton of stuff that's been just completely taken off. And I want to play this little bit. I think this is really what kind of got me wrapped around the cork on this. And I blame Josh for that. But it was Kiser claiming his VA benefits. And
it's well, the VA. You have to go find the nearest federal building, which is what we've done today. So, having said that, I will give a sneak peek before I go home, and then I'm going to, well, we'll just say I'm going to redact some stuff because there's so many haters out there. But here's the paperwork. And
I love that quick show.
Had an issue with it, I don't really care. This isn't for those that decided to, without the proper info, go out and try to destroy me because they were bored or they wanted to say, crank up their channel on my back.
Yeah, Kelly, it was.
You want to take out my channel? I highly suggest you finally start putting better content out than I do. Going on a live stream every 3 months and just taking out somebody because you can is not going to really do it. But as I said, guys, for the record, if you need, and you're a veteran, you're a disabled veteran, and you have a rating, and you need to get a replacement award letter, the one that you were given. So, having said that, everybody, I will be showing this again later after I've redacted certain info out of it, but you will get the point. But
so, yeah, I'm not going to dwell on this shit too much. That's pretty much what kind of got me going, because number one, you can't get a copy of your VA letter at a federal building. They don't have access to it. And, you know, I never got a letter when I got my rating. I went online and I downloaded the letter. Okay, thank you, Kelly. I don't know if I've got the echo cancellation turned on here or not. Let me just make a quick check. It says echo background noise. All right, we'll try that. So you can't get it from a federal building because they don't have access to it. The only way you can get it is from the VA. The VA has access to your records. So that video right there pretty much just fucking tweaked me up. And then it was time to do the deep dive. So, and I have to thank Josh and Wally, because we initially got a date of birth. Now, there was a Captain Michael Kiser in the United States Army about the same time frame who was active duty. And I started looking on the CERA site, the Defense Manpower Database, and I kept getting this Michael Kiser active duty time, like 5 or 6 years, was a captain. It wasn't falling in place. And then we finally got, well, I would say Wally did the deep dive and got all of the pertinent information we needed to do the FOIA requests. So let's take a look at strike one. And we'll bring that up. Sorry, I'm really rusty at this stuff. It's been so long. So when I did the FOIA request with the National Guard, they sent me everything that they had in regards to him. And they actually sent me his DD-214 from his Army Reserve time, where he initially attempted basic training in 1998 and spent an illustrious 1 month and 5 days on active duty. And evidently they didn't want to try and keep him, so he was discharged. So as you can see, no awards, no decorations, no military education. Has not completed first full term of service. And that's pretty much it. But down here at the bottom, discharge, failure to meet procurement medical fitness standards, uncharacterized. An uncharacterized discharge from the U.S. Army Reserve in 98. That was strike one. So we had a whole bunch of claims that he was making. The best one was the RPG to the grill Humvee, 70 miles an hour, immediately stopped, fractured his tibia or his fibia. I'm not sure which the claim was. And he was running around on it for 3 weeks and all this other shit. And, well, we go back to the documentation yet again. And if we look at, let's see, oh, strike 2. So this was his, they did not send me a DD-214 from his second attempt. Most likely because they didn't have it, because he never went back to his guard unit to out-process. So he was assigned to the 214th MP Company, Alexander City, Alabama. And this time, they kept him on active duty for, it says, let's see, net service this period, 11 months, 16 days. And I think it was like 11 months, 5 days he spent on active duty. Because when you're looking at his National Guard discharge, when you scroll down, this section right here, well, let me highlight it. It shows the dates that he was at basic and AIT. So they really wanted to keep him in the military. So he was going through all kinds of medical processing or whatever. And for whatever reason, down the road he went. Now, it was mentioned that he had shin splints and supposed fractures and all kinds of other crap. You know, will the truth ever be known? Probably not. But this is true. And he received a whopping $2,912.40 as his disability severance pay. So all of his claims about, you know, being having a VA disability, he didn't qualify for a VA disability. He might have got some short-term treatment from the VA once he was released from basic training. But the National Guard gave him a severance pay and told him to hit the road. So strike 2. Guys, you're killing me. I can't keep up with the chat. I see Woodrow's in there. Welcome, Woodrow. MS. And if I miss you, I'm sorry. Check the classified files. Yeah, it'll all make sense then. Checking the classified files, which there is no such thing, not for military service. There are for missions, but they don't put missions in your DD-214. They'll put deployments in there, but they won't put whatever missions you were on, whether they be classified or not. So his big thing was, if you have questions about my military service, reach out to me, blah, blah, blah. So I did. And here's the email. Now, his email is at the bottom. I sent him an email telling him who I was and what I was doing. And you should have reached out or contacted me before making videos. I'm sure he contacted everybody he was doing a video on ahead of it. Yeah, they would, Kelly. They would believe anything and everything he said as gospel. And my reply was nothing more than, what documentation could you have provided that would prove the records I received were incorrect? And there's absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing that he could have provided. And it just kept going and going. Yeah, KFAR confirmed his service. He did, yeah. As a matter of fact, we're going to do, let's see. Let me go back back to, so here I did and this is pretty cool, a Fraudit Wrangler Stolen Valor search on YouTube, just for shits and grins. And the stuff that came up brings back some great memories. I mean, just look at this here with KFAR's face on it. This stuff is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But all of that stuff, like all of his lives with KFAR are gone off of his channel. His channel was scrubbed. All the JJ Scarborough stuff. Yeah, there were hundreds of videos that he got rid of because for whatever, the JJ Scarborough stuff was probably because JJ encouraged him to remove them. Now, he's a piece of work. I reached out to him when he showed up on Wrangler's channel, identified myself, and I told him, I said, dude, this guy's stolen valor. He's been lying. He's a felon. And you, being part of the criminal justice system, are now associating yourself with him and being on all these live streams with him. It's not good. Not good. And I got crickets. And then KFAR tried defending him. I sent KFAR a message. Hey, why don't you come on and we'll talk about it? Okay, I'll get back to you. What's it, since 2023 and we're in 2026? Crickets. Still haven't heard from KFAR. But how quickly KFAR kind of flopped and then covered Kiser's arrest and got that all wrong with the body cam footage. Yeah, Biff does have all of Kiser's deleted live streams. It's all out there. And, when they accused the GT of stolen valor, that was hilarious. And I covered that. I had GT come up. We talked about his service. We'll get to that. Yes, he's still in jail. We'll get to where is he now. It might take me a little bit to get there, but I enjoy going down memory lane here. Ben Buttercup, some of these names, Corrections 101, and then Private Keiko Miser. How could we ever forget that one? Saving Private Kiser. The videos that were out there, and they're still out there, are hilarious. I love the faces and stuff. This one's, Private Keiko Miser. Frauditor Reaper did some videos. And I digress if I don't talk about Shiz. Shiz did all of the stuff on his criminal background. She was a supporter of him, as was Dickbag. There were a lot of people that were supporters, and as soon as the Stolen Valor stuff came out, man, they went on the offense. Whereas people like KFAR kind of soft shoot it. For whatever reason, I have no idea. And some of these channels and videos I haven't seen yet. I might have to go back and watch some of them because they are pretty hilarious. Then we get a bunch of other stuff in here. And then, of course, back to Kiser. Arrested on fugitive warrant. Oh, Shiz did that one. Yeah, Shiz was right on top of that stuff. She got all of the court records. People were accusing her of fabricating them. And I did a real quick, of course, Alabama, they charge you money to get records. And I just did a very quick one and got a couple of records. And I said, nope, these are the same records Shiz has. I'm not spending all that money just to get records on this turd because it really has nothing to do with my Stolen Valor side. So yes, she actually did. She did. He did challenge her to do a deep dive. Well, Kiser didn't know that Shiz is pretty good at digging stuff up. And then, of course, Wally came in on scene, and Wally was the one that got me the correct date of birth and that stuff. I think the best one was when Dickbag was on a live panel. Kiser was there. They were talking, and I couldn't find that video. I don't know if I think it was on Fraudit or Troll, and I think that video is gone. I don't know where that went. I'm sure somebody has an archive of it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Somebody's got an archive on that live stream when they played my video, and I got someplace to be, blah, blah, blah. Poof, he was gone. They played my video, and then I came up on the panel and we talked about it. And it was funny. But and Dickbag was even at that point still giving them the benefit of the doubt. They were talking about, were you shot in combat? And he was like, yes. Well, no. We'll just scroll down some more just to see. Oh, here it is. KFAR reacts. Him and KTZ, couple of beauties. Let's play this real quick. This is hilarious.
I'm gonna put all this stuff in my cup holder, all right? So it's all one spot.
His last moments of freedom. Oh, I must have skipped ahead. Did I skip ahead? I might have skipped ahead.
You're just not. Maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Wait a minute. Let's listen to.
They sent us a very, 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 very short body cam video that really doesn't show much. Just some stupid questions, honestly. And because, of course, there is, the drama folks, the uneducated, low integrity drama folks, are saying we edited the video because they don't know how body cams work. So you will notice our intro music, and then it will.
That's calling the kettle black right there, buddy, because you have no idea how body cameras work.
Slowly tail off. You will hear the typical body cam beep, beep, and then the audio will start because that's how body cams work. If you're too dumb.
There's 30 seconds of. All right. When you activate a body cam, you don't always get the beep, beep. That's something that the officer could turn on or turn off. Also, it vibrates, and there's a 30-second pre-video. So it backs up 30 seconds. You get 30 seconds of video prior to the audio coming live. Just to clarify, I do have a little bit of experience with that.
To understand how body cams work, or maybe you're just not, in the know when it comes to how body cams work, maybe you should shut the fuck up. Just saying. I'll
Look in
talk
the mirror,
about
buddy.
some stuff after, because you'll notice at the very end, you'll hopefully catch the same thing I caught. But yeah, this is Wrangler's arrest body cam. Enjoy.
Here he is, his last moment of freedom.
First Florida man was hurt and dope is so dope. First Florida man and dope is so dope. First Florida
Challenge coin. I forgot about that.
Show off your photos, throw up your twinkies, throw up your hobos.
So evidently, Kiser pulled in the driveway, cop pulled up, hit his cam, had him cuffed and stuffed all within that first 30-second period, or he turned it on after he identified who Kiser was. And that's why you see him bringing him back to the car. So you want to get that 30-second. So he had an interaction with him before he even activated his body cam. Numbnuts is saying that they only gave him a short video. What more do you want? The body cam was only on for a short period of time. But his last moments of freedom.
I'm gonna put all this stuff in my cup holder, all right? So it's all in one spot.
So, cheeky monkey, yes, you can if you would like to. And you'll be able to get the information here when I bring it up. You could definitely send them one. Make sure you take pictures of it and send them to me when you send it out, and I'll be more than happy to post them up. That would be awesome. That would be my guess. The challenge coin is definitely pawn shop or surplus store purchased. And I'm pretty much done with the K4 arrest thing. That's he has no credibility with me, and really he talks as though he knows things, but obviously he doesn't. There's no practical experience behind it. So as a retired police officer, right up until last year when I finally started getting my retirement checks, body cam, yep. You have to know what their policy is on body cams as well, because every department's different. He doesn't have a fucking clue. He probably just did a FOIA request on it. JJ, maybe. I doubt it. Even if you're law enforcement, you still have to. That's like my HOA horror story. I'll give you a quick update on that. I had to FOIA request all of the CAD stuff from the sheriff's department for my court case, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. I got to go down to North Carolina. Small claims, I filed it. I e-filed it. They've been served. And the tow company, the asshole that called them, and the HOA that he was representing. So all three of them are getting sued in small claims court. We'll see where that goes. I have conversed with a lawyer. I have, but he's like, dude, you don't need to pay for a lawyer. Just go. This is pretty much cut and dry. He says, you've got a good presence. You'll do fine talking with the judge. You've done it as a police officer. You'll have no issues. A 3-bird kernel. Yeah, that's a new one. Actually, no, you can get body cam footage. My department, we've had requests for body cam footage, and any citizen, anybody can do a FOIA request. Yeah, the HOA story, I'll update after the court appearance. It'll be the middle of February. I got to go down there the first week of Feb. We're going to spend a couple days down there and visit with our friends again and go to court. Oh boy. I already got my suit, my court suit all ready to go. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't got it. It's they're supposed to give it to you. Maybe they don't want to pay for it. That's another thing. I know we charge, and it's not cheap. You know, a couple of hours at 60 or 70 bucks an hour to do it. So people may not want to spend 140 bucks to get a 30-second video or a 2-minute video or something. That could be. I had some other stuff up here. Let me back up on that. All right, we'll go back to that. Just going down memory lane here, pretty much. People just, it was crazy. It was crazy. The private Keiko Miser channel was really good. Of course, now we're getting into some Don Shipley stuff just because the stolen valor's in there. The MST did a good one too. Drama Queen Wrangler and the action figures. That was pretty good. Corrections 101 did a bunch on them. Finish, I hadn't seen those. Made by Tats. Oh, yeah. How could we forget about Tats? Tats was pretty hot on Kiser, and then some things came up about his military service, and he disappeared. But, you know, I would have asked him about it. Fraudit Wrangler pisses off Chuck Norris. Oh, there's somebody I did a whole thing on. Good old Sarah Kavanaugh. Some of these faceovers are just amazing. The Lie of Fraudit Wrangler, and then some Stolen Valor shorts, some more Wrangler. I mean, if you do a search, you can go down the rabbit hole almost as deep as you can with Jeremy DeWitt. Well, I don't know if he brought it all on himself by challenging Shiz, because there were already people looking into it, I believe, when he did that. I didn't get a hold of it till after that. Was it Fraudit or Trolls live stream? Yeah, I couldn't find it on there. I went on the site and went back a couple of years, and I didn't see that live on there anymore. I don't know. Yeah, people were already digging. That's why he went to the federal building to get his VA. And I'm trying to be better about keeping up with the chat. I know a bunch has gone by. Really, it had JJ's name on it. Oh, but the thing is, that should hold nothing. He's a jailer from another state. That should really hold nothing higher than anybody else who requests it. But then again, I don't know. I don't know. Retired as a colonel. Nobody else has got it. Yeah, I agree. To be truthful, I wouldn't spend a nickel on anything concerning this turd. Yeah, Chris, it's came in late E4 Mafia style. Shout out to my E4 Mafia guys. You guys are awesome. If you don't know what the E4 Mafia is, so that's the last rank before becoming a non-commissioned officer where you've been in long enough to learn how to kind of maneuver your way around the system. Because you still got the PFCs and the privates under them. And I mean, yeah, that's the E4 Mafia, alive and well. I'm sure it's still alive and well to this day. It was alive and well during my career. I was a part of it at one time where you kind of learn to fly under the radar. Well, what's the best thing if you get caught or if they don't know where you are, you always just say, well, I have to go to dental. That usually gets you off the hook. Yeah, dental readiness. Let's see. Yeah, he showed his old ass VA card. He did. He did. Yeah, we never talk about the mafia. It's kind of like Fight Club. First rule of the E4 Mafia, you don't talk about the E4 Mafia. Right on. What up, Brandon? Where is he now? Shiz did a whole thing on it. Had all of his court records, had all of that stuff. And so you don't even need to get any of that stuff now because you can get most of that information from his current domicile. Oh, look. Limestone Correctional Center. And I did this search right before I came up on the live. Kiser, Michael William, his AIS number. So that's his serial number, 00301326. If you're going to send him a postcard, this is where you can get the information to send it. If you click on his name, look at that mugshot. Oh, I got to scroll over here. Look at that mugshot. The best thing out of all of this is right there in the middle of the screen, his minimum release date, February 11, 2030. So he's going to be there for a while. So, I mean, if you want to send him postcards, wish you were here, you know, thinking about you, not really, you know, lots of stuff you could do. Does he look healthier? I don't know. He's probably lost a bunch of weight. But let's see. Jesus, I'm already old as dirt. Holy Christ, I'll be carbon by then, 2030. Yep, that's pretty much it. And he's lucky he got concurrent, because if they did consecutive, he could have ended up with 15 years. Most likely concurrent because they are not violent felonies. They are non-violent felonies. The burglary, the one that's highlighted, that's the one. I'm not sure what that one is. Anyway, he got 5, 5, and 5, and he got 120 days of jail credit. But his minimum release date is 2/11/2030. He's got 0 days of good time, 0 days, or good time received, 0 days. Now, this is as of when he went in. So he's been there a year. He may have some good time. Sentences, jail credit. Here's one out of Calhoun County for 2 years. But there's no status on it. Theft of property 2, and burglary 3 out of Calhoun County. And he got 2 years, 6 months, and 1 year, 2 months. So anyway, that's where he is. Limestone Correctional Center. So I guess you could put his name, his AIS number, and then the Limestone Correctional Center and their address. You can look that up easy enough. Yeah, I don't know. They're not going to give us any information on what he's doing, or there was no other additional information I could find. That's pretty much it. But it's hilarious that all of the sorry, my clicking and clacking here is not going right. Have a good one there, aviation guy. Appreciate it. I'd be curious if he had a jail job. If he does, it's probably sweeping and mopping. I'm sure he was well qualified in that while he was on medical hold at basic training. Mopping and dusting and CQ and those kind of duties, sitting at a desk. I can only imagine the war hero stories he's telling in jail, probably just like Jeremy DeWitt. I'm sure DeWitt has been just, anybody that'll listen. Yeah, GFAS still thinks Kiser served. Well, GFAS, look at GFAS. He was trying to pick up where Kiser left off, but let's just say GFAS is probably really good at licking windows. I'm surprised when he's on YouTube, he doesn't have a helmet on. That kind of surprises me. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've done a live. And let's do this. If any of the old timers want to come up. I am going to throw a link down here. And if I don't know you, I'm probably not going to put you up on panel, but you never know. Here's a link. We'll see if anybody pops up before I wrap this up. Almost done with my coffee. Usually I try and do it for a cup. He did have a poop bucket on the stove, though. You're right, Bernsey. He did. Yeah, an SFT helmet. The kind you wear on the short bus. Yeah, like I said, windows are always clean, freshly licked. It's amazing that he got away with it for as long as he did, his stories, because none of his stories made any sense. The fractured leg. And that was a Tats thing. Tats was a medic, I guess, in the military. And he went over all of that, how it would have been impossible for the type of fracture that he described. And his sister wife both live in a camper. Oh, that's nice. Hey, I got a camper now, so be kind. Lola, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. I know it's a weird time of day to be doing this, the middle of the day on a weekday, but no bites. Post it one more time. So this is going to pretty much be any bike content. Got to wait till the end of April for that. Although I might do, right now I'm waiting. I got to get the bike up to Seacoast in New Hampshire to get the valves done. You have to have a bunch of special tools for that. And I'm not spending the money on special tools to do my valves. I'll take it up there, spend the money, let them do the valves. Then it's back over to my buddy Rob's shop, Rob's Dyno Service in Gardner, Mass. We're going to tune it for whatever fuel I decide to use this year. I'm thinking I might just run pump gas just because $125 for a 5-gallon bucket of fuel is kind of crazy. But there will be some bike content, most definitely. And then our season starts the last weekend of April, which I may need snow tires by the looks of things. We've got 6 to 8 inches on the ground. We got more coming this weekend. Tom, I don't know what the scoop is on Limestone. I don't know if it's a maximum security facility or not. I don't think they would have him in a maximum. Well, he might be in a maximum security facility, but I don't think they would have him locked down just due to the fact that his crimes are nonviolent in nature. So, but by chains, yeah, they might get wrapped up in the swing arm. But this is the most snow we've had in the last couple years, actually, for wintertime. And I've been out there with the snowblower. Takes me a couple hours every time we get, a few inches. Yeah, his boyfriends would be pissed if he was locked down. Can only imagine if he's holding somebody's pocket. Wouldn't be surprised. All right, got no takers. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. It's Tuesday afternoon. I appreciate everybody coming on. I'm going to try and get a little bit better, maybe do some additional live streams and Yeah, it is. It is a max security prison. And yes, it is cold in New England. We're actually going to get some negative lows coming up this coming weekend. So, yeah, big storm on the way. Don't worry. I'm ready for it. I don't mind getting out there. The camper's all covered up and ready for me to get the cover off in the spring. Hey, as always, it's every morning I get up, I praise the Lord. Thank you. It's great to be here, and I'm really looking forward to this year. Again, I'll do an HOA update. First week of February, I'll be down in North Carolina. We'll get that taken care of, see where that goes. I'll give you guys an update on it. Maybe I'll do another live, and we'll see where it goes. With that, I'm going to end the stream, guys, and have yourself a great afternoon.